Welcome to Basketball Intuition. I'm your host, Ethan Simon. Today we're going to be talking about Kawhi Leonard. He just had a ridiculous 39-point performance. If the Clippers didn't have a prime Kawhi Leonard last night, there was absolutely no way that they were going to win that game. And in today's video, just real quick, I want to dive into his 39-point performance. It's been a couple years since we've seen something like this out of Kawhi in the playoffs. And then later in the episode, I want to bounce off a thought I had about Kawhi when it comes to where we rank him all time and how we look at him compared to other greats. And there's one specific conversation I want to have that we're going to have a little bit later in the episode. I'm going to say this right now before we even get to that later in the episode. I think Kawhi Leonard is probably a top 6 player in this last decade. In 39 minutes, Kawhi Leonard had 39 points. He shot 15 for 19. That is 79% from the field. 4 for 7 from 3. That's 57%. In the first half, he was 9 for 10. And at one point in the game, he had 27 points with 1 miss. He had 5 assists and 2 of them were really important deep in the fourth quarter. The biggest defensive play of the entire game to go along with 2 steals and a block. And to top it all off, he hit the game winner. Now, throughout this game, Kawhi was getting hand-checked most every play by Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray. And throughout this game, there was only 2 times where Kawhi Leonard went into the restricted area and tried to finish. One of those times, he leaked out on a fast break and got a dunk. And the second time, it didn't even count because he got fouled and went to the free throw line. So that means he went 15 for 19 on all jumpers. We take out that one dunk, and it's 15 for 18. There are only 2 players in my life that I have watched with my own 2 eyes. And every time those players shoot, I think the shot is going to go in, and I expect the shot to go in. Number 1 is Steph Curry, and number 2 is Kawhi Leonard. There aren't many other players in the history of the league that can do what Kawhi does on a consistency level. Not often do we see players come out and start, 6 for 6, 8 for 8, or 9 for 10 in a first half. Other guys, like, I'll take Luka Doncic for an example. He might come out, hit 3 straight, and then he'll miss 2, and then he'll make 2, and then he'll miss 1, and then make a few more, and then miss a couple, make a few more. Kawhi Leonard doesn't do that. When he is on and he's in this mode, he is hitting, and he'll give you 6 straight. And there aren't many other players in the league that can do that from a jump shot basis. So you could say Giannis can do that, yes, but he's getting to the basket, he's finishing at the rim. This is different. This is Kawhi Leonard taking pull-up jumpers with somebody in his face every single time. So we're going to look at this play real fast. When I talk about Hall of Fame blinders, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. As you can see, he's getting guarded very toughly by Jamal Murray. There's the hand checking that I'm talking about, body to body, pull-up jumper. Aaron Gordon is in his face. Let's take that back for a second. He helps over. Aaron Gordon is right here. Look at this. Look at this. He is right there in his face. He could not be any closer without it being a foul. And guess what? It's cash. It doesn't matter. This is Kawhi Leonard. This is a healthy Kawhi Leonard. We haven't seen this in a while, and I'm so happy that we get to see it. And real quick, I just want to pause and say, just enjoy this while we can. I didn't know, going into this year, we didn't know if we were ever going to even see Kawhi Leonard fully healthy in a playoff series again for the rest of his career. So now that we're seeing him in this playoff series, healthy, playing at this high level, just enjoy this because we may not see this many more times. Kawhi was also super clutch throughout this game. He had a buzzer beater to end the first half. In the first half, he also had a little buzzer beating shot clock violation pull up that was real nice. And then in the fourth quarter, it was ridiculous. He was being guarded by 2 people almost every time he touched the ball. It was a complete ISO clinic. Kawhi would catch the ball, get to his spot, and make the shot. Watch, rinse, repeat. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button. And here's the question that I want to ask. This is where we're going to get into that topic of, discussion that I was talking about earlier. When we talk about Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant, give me your thoughts. Let me set the scene real quick. I want you to take into account everything. I want you to take into account Kevin Durant, moving teams, not being able to get the job done, the Nets situation, the Phoenix situation, the Warriors, the Thunder, take it all into account. And then let's look at Kawhi Leonard. Take all of the injuries into account. We're thinking about all the injuries. I'm not saying, peak versus peak, who do you want more? I'm saying injuries and all, Kawhi Leonard, antics and all, Kevin Durant, their career. When we look at the playoffs and talk about greatness, I want Kawhi Leonard. I'm saying Kawhi Leonard. Regardless if I'm taking the chance of him not being healthy. I would rather have Kawhi Leonard without the with the chance of him not being healthy than having a healthy Kevin Durant in a playoff series. I will say that confidently. And I want to get y'all's thoughts about this because, we know Kevin Durant is a great, Kawhi Leonard is a great, but when we look at the championships, like it's different. Kawhi's weigh so much more than Kevin's do. Obviously, Kevin Durant was a huge part about those championships and the Warriors, and a lot of people try and take that away from him and not even take it into account. I'm not trying to do that. I'm giving him all his credit. He played incredibly with the Warriors. But then you look at Kawhi. You think about the San Antonio one. Was that 2014, I think? Without Kawhi Leonard, they don't win that championship. Kawhi Leonard gets traded to Toronto, plays one singular season, takes them all the way to the promised land, had one of the greatest playoff runs I have ever seen with my own two eyes. He played that playoff series against Philadelphia was legitimately one of the greatest playoff series performances I have ever seen in my life. From start to finish, 40 points, 40 points, 30 points, 30 points, game-winning shot, the boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm talking about. Like, greatness. We're talking about greatness. And then, okay, we get the conversation. They played in the championship, but Kawhi Leonard got hurt. Klay Thompson got hurt. Do Kawhi and the Raptors really win that championship if those guys stay healthy? We don't know. Back to the original question of what I'm saying. Taking everything into account, even the contract and all, contract, injuries, antics, literally everything. Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, playoff run. He can be healthy. He can be hurt. Kevin Durant is going to be healthy. He's typically been healthy when it comes to playoff time. Kawhi has not been as available come playoff time the last couple years. Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard? I want Kawhi Leonard. I will say this confidently, I think Kawhi Leonard is the number 3 biggest X factor in recent playoff history. Number 1, obviously, Stephen Curry. Well, wait. Not in order. I'm saying not in order. Number 1, Steph Curry. Number 2, LeBron James. Number 3, Kawhi Leonard. You could say Giannis. You could say Jokic. The only reason I'm not even going to have that conversation is because it's one finals MVP. It's one championship. Obviously, those 2 championships weigh a lot. Giannis's weighs a lot. I'm a Bucks fan. I know that. Jokic, his weighs a ridiculous amount. But Kawhi, the one in Toronto, that's ridiculous. The one in San Antonio, I'm going to say it one more time. Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, healthy, not healthy, take it all into account. Give me Kawhi Leonard. I don't see Kawhi healthy flaring out in the first round. I don't see Kawhi healthy not making the playoffs. Can we talk about that real quick? Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns just didn't make the playoffs. Their roster was absolutely terrible. I'm not holding it over KD's head and saying it's all his fault. Absolutely not. Big games tonight. Bucks Pacers. Damian Lillard is back. I cannot wait to see Damian Lillard play for the Bucks in the playoffs with Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm so excited. We could do a little prediction real quick. Thunder Grizzlies, obviously Thunder, and then Timberwolves Lakers. Give me Timberwolves again. Honestly, actually, yeah, give me Timberwolves. I ain't gonna lie. Timberwolves they might wrap this up in 5. Everybody talking about Lakers in 5, this, that, the third. Lou Dort, child support. Divorce court, Lakers in 5. No, Timberwolves in 5. Jaden Daniels, car scandals. Timberwolves in 5. That is the worst one I've ever come up with. You know what? We're sticking with it. We're just going to keep it in there regardless. I don't even care. Whatever. If you enjoyed the video, if you made it to the end of the video, which you did, go ahead and hit the like, the sub, the, comment, post notifications if that's what kind of guy you are, whatever you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Free will, you can do whatever you want. But if you do want to hit the like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. If there's any videos you want to see me make during these playoffs, any ideas you got, if you want me to do the live streams with the watch parties, I'd love to do that. Just let me know in the comments what y'all want to see from me in the playoffs, and I'm gonna just see y'all in the next video. Peace out.